Now we just want to test the substitution that we created using sets and rules with real data. And of course, for that, let's jump to the account receivable. And let's click Create Outgoing Invoices. Let's start just with the ID of our customer. So T-AC15. And well, the invoice date, which is today's date, we can just enter it. And well, the amount for this example will be 15,000 euros. We will select calculate tax and just double check that the tax code is 10%. And now, well, the next parameter is the important, or one of the most important, to really get to the well, to get the substitution working, which of course is the GL account. So let's use one GL account that is actually in the set of possible values. So it's just the sales revenue, like domestic. We'll enter the amount in document currency. And now, well, let's look for the profit center field here on the right hand side. And again, we will enter a wrong profit center that we believe that is the correct one, but really it's a wrong one. And then we will also look for the material field to enter the ID of the material and see if the system corrects our mistake and actually gets the correct profit center. So, well, for the profit center field, let's enter T-PCA 15, for example, which again, this is the one that we think is the correct one. And now let's look for the material field. Okay, so here we will enter one material that is in the set of possible values, which is T-R100, for example. Change the bike. And that's it. Actually, we won't even show the field because the profit center, because we are just assuming we are end users, and the step now that we are convinced that we have entered all the correct data. So of course the next logical step is just to post. And the substitution has taken place in the background, but the system is not letting us know anything. It's just saying like the document was posted correctly in our company code. And again, we will be just with that feeling that we posted to the profit center that we selected, but in the real world, in a real world scenario, that is not the case. So actually, let's see how the user or how can we just proceed to see the profit center. But you should just really aware of be aware of is that we're doing this because we know the substitution is in place and because we know how to do it. Just to say it in another way, another employee, just a basic employee that is just starting using the ERP, will be very upset when they when he or she realize that the posting was not allocated to the profit center that they selected, because of course they will be just thinking that SAP is acting funny, that is not working correctly, and that is just doing something wrong. So first, let's see if that is the the substitution actually did what we set up in the customizing. So let's click display. Of course, we have the just the document, the FI document. We have the header here, all the header fields, and we have some columns. I mean, like the accounts, the description of the account, the amount, and the tax code, the currency. But we don't have the profit center. So to really understand what happened, let's modify the layout. Let's change the layout so we can bring that value here. So of course, let's click here, change layout in the list of possible values here for the button, and let's look for profit center. So, well, let's organize this and let's look for profit center. Profit center. Okay, so we have it here. Let's just add the profit center to the left hand side, so we will have it as the last column. So that's okay. But then, as you can see, the substitution did what we set up the substitution to do in the customizing. So the substitution is working, and actually like we're happy and we are just okay because we're like the consultants who created all of this. So we are good because we are complying with the and we're fulfilling this requirement of our customer. It's everything is it's fine. Actually, the top managers even they will be happy because now all the data is going to the correct profit center. But who would probably be not be very happy, or at least just at least very confused is the end user that posted this, because again that end user probably will try to look for the posting in the profit center that they selected, and it wouldn't be there, right? So as we have been saying, it's just a bit of comment that it's not that we shouldn't use substitutions or that we should like never use them. It's just like we should be very careful. And also, when we actually create a new substitution, part of the things that we should do and we should consider is just teaching everyone, or like the at least the employees that are impacted by the substitution, teach them about the substitution, and especially I mean like be like communicate to everyone that a new substitution is in place. So if this happens, if they don't see the posting in the object that they selected, they at least have an idea of why this is happening, and they don't just blame SAP and say, oh, SAP is not working and it's a really bad software. So well, now that we have just seen this, let's close, just leave the app, and with this we are finishing. Of course, again, just reminding, please write it at 123 learn sap@gmail.com so we can answer all your queries there. Thank you so much, and let's continue learning with all the trainings.